this is. We have to repeat this one because it's.
I'm sharing what's happened to me, and I'm being honest about it. I'm not gonna say I went to see a horse with an agent that was great and the horse was sadly lame. That's not the experience at all. That's not how it went, and that's not what I want to share with you guys. Oh god, driving in these countries always gives me anxiety to the max.
Not easy.
Okay, hi guys, we are back. Again, another introduction in the car. I'm sparing you guys the moment of the whole prep and flying, but we are in Spain, and this time I'm joined with.
Hello.
With who?
With Eva.
Eva Aromat, however you guys like to say it. So we are currently heading to one of the horses that we saw in the last video that you guys saw of me horse shopping. Now this horse really stayed in my mind. It really stayed in Yes's mind. Eva also really liked him. What do you think of him from what you've seen?
Well, I saw the photos and I thought it was a 6-year-old, but it was only a 3-year-old. So yeah, that's promising.
He looks very mature for his age, and he looks very, very good. He's very, very sweet. And so I kind of came to the conclusion that I wanted to go ahead with the vet check and see if he was going to be all clear with that. And if he is, I think I'm gonna be buying him. So that's really, really exciting. So we've flown back all the way from the Netherlands to Spain. Again. To be there for the vet check, because there's a lot of things that you need to make sure happen correctly, and sometimes if you don't know the people, if you don't know the vet, it's stressing. But yeah, if you don't know the people, if you don't know the vet, it's kind of easier and it gives you more peace of mind to be there and see it all happen for yourself. So that is exactly what we're doing. Yes. We are 9 minutes away from the stables. We drove from Seville, which is like an hour away. So we're gonna be there. We're gonna be doing a full clinical exam. So that means they're gonna start with the flexion test and all that kind of stuff, and assessing if the horse is lame to the eye. And then if he's not, we're gonna be doing flexion tests. We'll see if he reacts to any legs at all. And then after that, we'll start x-raying. Now I want to x-ray the neck, the back, all legs, all joints. So we're gonna have a few things to do, but it is a young horse, so I hope we don't come across anything crazy. And I also want to check the horse for like the pyro disease that is here in Spain. I came here to really interested in the Palomino, and that horse was just kind of an additional bonus extra that I was coming to see. But it turned out to be that horse was really what I was looking for in the end, I guess. So I'm excited to see it all.
Yeah, me too.
Fixing your makeup.
Yes. Try.
Excited. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm excited to see him.
I'm nervous. Okay.
So you came from Seville again?
Yeah, from Seville. Yeah.
Okay.
So we landed this morning at like what, like 9:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had to get the car, do all that stuff, drive here. We got a little bit lost, so we were meant to get here earlier, but
yeah, I thought, well, it's earlier now.
Yeah. But we took one wrong turn, and that like ruined everything. So.
Okay.
But it's okay.
No problem.
We made
At least
it
you are here. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, we're here.
No, exactly.
So perfect.
And how's everything going here?
Everything is fine.
Good?
Perfect. Yes, your boy looks good.
Okay, perfect. Maybe I film you over for a second because I want to get your reaction, because I've already seen him.
He said he was pretty.
Something special.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Eva, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to see you again.
Well, actually, it sometimes it gets hot.
Oh.
So that's him.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hi. You're so pretty.
What do you think? What's your initial?
I don't want to like say it on camera.
Nah, he's really special.
He's very tall. He's gonna be taller.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh.
He's 3 years old.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, he looks really good, Matt.
No, really cute.
Hey. Oh, he's only 3. I can't imagine. I saw the photos and I thought maybe 5, 6.
Exactly.
No.
But he, I think when he's 10.
Oh my God, yes. I want to see pictures when he's 10.
Yes. No. He's really nice, Matt.
Yeah. And he has a really funny character, really, really nice. He is a little bit, how do you say in English? He likes to nip a little bit, try things, but then he's like, okay, I was not that.
Oh yeah. Like a bit playful.
Yes, he's very cute character.
Gonna waste a centimeter in Spain.
No. So, have you ever done one of those before?
I've done a few now, yeah, on some other horses I've purchased. But I think with him, it's kind of like what we said on the phone. We'll do like a full clinical exam, and if we notice anything major, we'll stop.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I think we'll probably start with a general check with a flexion test and stuff like that.
That's right. Well, normally it's just like in two parts. We do this. Like the first part is in static examination, looking at heart rate, respiration, palpation of the limbs, and looking for tendon injuries and things like that. Eyes, teeth, all of that. When we finish that, then we start dynamic examination.
Okay.
Which means like walking, trotting, flexion test, lunging, recovery. That will take probably 45 minutes, an hour, something like that.
Okay.
If everything is fine, I normally take blood. If you want to take some blood tests, just let me know. Otherwise, I keep the blood in the freezer for 6 months.
That's what I usually do. And then if something comes up, then you examine the blood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so you guys heard what the vet said. We're just going to start with the general kind of examination and kind of move on from there. We're going to take our time, make sure we see and examine as much of the horse as we can. Obviously, to try and prevent problems in the future of buying a horse that could potentially, in a few months, be lame or in a few years not be able to be worked. We just really want to know what we're getting into, and that's why it's always important to do a vet check. Yeah. So we've got the papers and we're going to be checking the microchip number.
Yes.
To make sure that we got the right horse.
Another one. Another one. Wat lukt wel een reden?
Yes. Okay, we're going to a little bit of a harder surface because we saw that on one of the hind legs he's reacting a little bit more and there's some lameness in it. So we're just trying to see on this harder ground how he goes a little bit. So let's have a look.
slightly irregular on the left hind.
But I think slightly irregular is like a nice way to say it. He's definitely like
Yeah.
he would not pass any kind of check, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I know.
So no, it's not up to me now. You have to
Yeah.
talk, obviously.
For me, I really like the horse, but I'm prepared to like stop the vet check
Yeah.
here. And I think one solution that I have that maybe could work, because it's still your horse, and you now have a horse that has a problem. If you want to look into the leg that we think has a problem, and then after you look into it, if we see that we can move forward, I will resume and continue the vet check.
And where is it?
Well, at the moment, the only thing we see, and they saw that, I mean, obviously that they have the eyes and they've recorded that, is the left hind.
Yeah, but where?
No, the left hind is that one.
Ah,
That's
yeah.
the left hind. Okay.
Where?
The whole thing,
Yeah.
anatomically, is
Yeah.
fine. There is no joint distension,
Okay.
no soft tissue inflammation.
Okay.
So, there is nothing else, but we have to x-ray, we have to know
Have
where
you
it's-
made a connection test?
It's not easy.
Yeah.
He tried to kick me with the right hind,
Okay.
but it's normal, he's 3.5.
Sure.
And I tried to do it with
Yeah.
this one, and he was sort of a little bit reluctant,
Yeah.
and then he said, well, there's no fight here, because I don't want to get kicked.
Okay.
But
But
I
also
haven't
with the
done this
flexion
one.
test, there's not really any point because he's already shown the lameness.
Uh-huh.
So even if he showed
Yeah, but
further
I would
lameness-
like to know it. So But if it's a problem, no problem. Normally, if you wouldn't be here, I would just wait and see in a few days. That's the thing. But I would say, yeah, maybe you just make 3.
Okay, so I just talked to the owner and I just told her, look, I'm gonna call the vet check off here. If you want to investigate further on the issue, you can, and then if from there we can see that we can move forward, then we will. But I don't want to spend my money on not that I don't want to help the horse, but it's up to her to invest her money to see what's wrong with her horse, not up to me. So she's agreed to pay for 3 x-rays. The vet was super nice and he's gonna not charge her for a few extra x-rays really so we can identify what the problem is. Either way, there is a problem, which sucks, and that's not what we wanted at all out of this outcome. But we're just gonna get him sedated, take a few x-rays, and see further what is actually causing this lameness on that left hind leg.
See, it's good not be too long. You're too long for that.
Oh, of course not.
This will not work for us.
Even
No.
for the plane.
But this is so cool.
Yeah, it's not good.
Fashion.
I like that. Everything is very
This is
organized.
from the cover. No, always, yes, seriously.
I
I
like
like
it.
to have everything clean and organized.
No, but that makes sense.
Yeah, this is. We have to repeat this one because it's.
Too shaky.
Oh yeah, it's just too moving all over the place.
Ah.
There is a little bit of kind of spurs around here, which it wasn't really that clear on the other ones, but
There's
it's
more.
it's not just this one.
No.
But it's just this one. So I think this is not really as clean as it should be, being a 3.5 years old.
Yes.
Something like that is not normal. Why should it be like that? So if it's not normal, is it worth it to get risk?
No.
Exactly,
Not
you know.
I would not say so.
So I think that probably, obviously you have to do some kind of lameness workup and stuff, but I'm gonna take just for me another view of that, because this is not really normal, and I think there is something going on in this bone.
Yeah.
Of deformity when they are young.
Yeah.
And they get wedge shape of the tarsal bones. It's not the case, okay? There is not wedge shape here, but you never know. Maybe a trauma or something like that.
Yeah.
So what can I tell you? I cannot really tell you go ahead. I mean, there is always a lameness.
Oh yeah, baby, no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, because yeah, I want to buy a horse that's sound. Especially, it needs to be sound before the work, because if it's already having problems before it's even in work, before it's having to carry the weight of a rider, before it's having to train, then it can only get worse.
If you had those changes in 11, 9, 10 years old, I would say, okay, don't worry, go ahead, because the horse has been tamed, there's been exercise, and he's done mostly, you know, the hard work already. But he's 3.5, 4, so he's got all his life to work until he's 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So you never know.
And he's only gonna have more weight coming on, and he's only gonna grow bigger, so there's only gonna be more pressure on the joint as well. It's also nice that you wanted to help her out a little bit in this situation, so I appreciate
Thank
you
it.
have
you.
to do those things, you know.
Yeah, no, but I appreciate
But not
that.
everybody does. So
No,
thank you.
you know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Sure.
For myself, it's not.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
But I hope if there's other people that come, especially in the near future, you can be honest with them. I'm not saying you won't be, but I'm saying I hope you can be honest with them about what
Always. The last horse had something.
So I think it's really important with everything that I do. I'm always honest with you guys, and that is what I really pride myself on. Whether it's brands I represent, whether it's things that happen in my life, I'm always honest and transparent about everything. And I think it really gives me a great ability for people to count on my word and to maybe also take my recommendations. And I saw a lot of you guys saying, "Oh, this lady is selling really, really nice horses. What is her name? What is her name? Can we go see her?" A lot of people were messaging me about the horses that were also for sale. But I've bitten my tongue in the past, sadly, about a lot of things, because you don't want to create problems. You want to just like throw things under the rug and not focus too much on the problems. But I want to be 100% honest on my experience of how it was with this agent, because I don't want anybody to have the same experience as what I had. It's always important to be present at the vet check to make sure that what you're seeing is what you're being told. So I told her, I said, there's no way the vet check will happen unless I'm there. And so she obviously didn't like this way of working. She said, "No, that's not going to work out for me. I've never heard of anybody wanting to be there at the vet check. I've never heard of anybody working in this way." And that is very strange because I know a lot of my friends and people that I've worked with in the past have done this, and I've been present at every single vet check of every horse I've ever bought, and I know other people that have done the same. So I'm going to play a little bit of an example of one of the voice messages I got, so you guys can listen in as well. I'm going to play it live for you.
And don't always tell me for the money that I want. The thing is, I don't know, maybe you have dealt with people who you offer very cheap horses, but I have dealt with other clients, and I have sold horses for 100,000 euros, for 150,000 euros. So, and this horse is definitely not expensive. Maybe it's for you expensive, but it's not expensive.
And this is what she also didn't understand, and it was very disappointing to hear in the voice message that she also sent me. She's like, I've sold horses bigger, prices 100, 150,000 euro. It's not about that. You are selling a soul, you're selling a living being, something with feelings and emotions. It's not about the money, it's not about all that kind of stuff. The importance of what you're doing and what you're buying is not relative of the money. You're buying a horse, that is a decision that some people take for life. That is a huge financial commitment, whether you pay 20,000 for the horse or 150,000. That is a huge commitment, and so that is what I was taking in, and that's why I was taking all those precautions, and I was trying to do the right thing.
And I have the clients for that horse, yeah. So in this price range, so actually for more, yeah. So but I would be happy to sell you the horse if it goes fast, and I told you next week there are coming clients.
So I'm going to stop it right there. So basically, she also did this whole thing with it, which I think a lot of sellers do all the time. They make you feel pressured to make a move. They make you feel pressured that there's a lot of people, there's a lot of interest for the horse, even though there might be, but they give you this feeling that everything is rushed. You need to do things quickly. You need to make decisions quickly. And that's when people will look over small things and make mistakes. So since then in the vet check, I heard nothing from her. She didn't text me to say I'm so sorry about how it went, about the fact that I'd spent more than 3,000 euro just to make this whole situation happen to end up with nothing. So she didn't message me anything at all, not even like, did you fly home safe? Nothing at all. And then I get a text message straight after I post those Instagram stories with her saying, and I'm going to read word for word, I just want you to know I don't want you to publish my horse was laming or any other negative stuff regarding him, please. Even when I change him for another, it would not be good for my reputation, okay? So let's just let that sink in. Like, she doesn't care about anything, and then when somebody is making a video about the truth of what happened, she's like, don't tell anybody that, don't show this, don't show that. I was still following her, sadly. I got shown through her stories that the horse that I vet checked, let me just show you right here, was sold to Germany. Now, I would like to know how a horse who has completely failed my vet check was sold to Germany. Now, I don't know if she told the buyers that have bought the horse now that the horse was lame. I don't know what kind of deal they had, but to even publicly show that she has sold that horse that was clearly lame to a client that was only there 5 days before is completely wrong. And there's nobody in the right mind that would buy a lame 3-year-old with potential lifetime lameness due to bone abnormalities. There's people, I'll throw up one quick screenshot just to prove that I'm not lying. There was even comments, you can go back, comments on my last YouTube video of people saying that they know this lady, to be careful, to make sure you do your own vet checks. This lady already has a bad reputation. I'm not doing anything to say anything about her reputation. I'm sharing my experience, and that is all I'm doing in this video. I'm sharing what's happened to me, and I'm being honest about it. I'm not going to say I went to see a horse with an agent that was great and the horse was sadly lame. That's not the experience at all. That's not how it went, and that's not what I want to share with you guys. This video is not to ruin her reputation, or this video is not to make her out to be something she's not. I wanted to share things that she made public, not only to myself but to everybody else, because she agreed to us filming, she agreed to having everything posted, and she was excited. We have even her voice recording of her saying all these things, that she was excited to see the video, she was excited and asking if she could also upload it once it was posted, because obviously she was excited to have the publicity. But this is one thing that also really concerns me. If you're willing to treat somebody like myself who has a voice, who can potentially tell everybody of the service you bring, you're able to do all these things to me, what are you going to do to people that have no voice? horse. So I think it's always in general to be careful when buying a horse, because as I told you, unless you know the people, you can never trust them. It's always good to not give them the benefit of the doubt, to be there for the vet check, to go through all the right procedures, to get your own vet to do everything, because you can potentially save yourself a lot of heartbreak and a lot of money as well. I feel terrible for the horse, because I hope that in the future it will be able to be sound and feel good, because obviously horses are lame from discomfort, or they either go lame to make themselves more comfortable. So I really hope that for the horse, he's going to have a great future. I hope that the new owners did their own vet check and that they know exactly what's going to be wrong with it. And if they don't, I hope they see this. And I'm more than happy if they email me for me to send them my vet check as well. So thank you guys for joining me on this video. I'm sorry that it took such a turn, but I am always going to be honest with you guys, even when things suck, even when things are difficult like this to say. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being honest and sharing your own experience. So I will catch you guys on the next video. It's going to be a really fun one. My twin brother is actually here right now visiting me in the Netherlands, and he tried to ride my horse for the first time. So the video of my twin riding my horse will be coming up next week, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.